Okay. Let me begin by thanking everyone. Please apologizing for the delay here for some technical difficulties. I think we are ready to go with permission from the administrators. And we can begin now our overview of Red Paladin VDI. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is what is Red Paladin VDI. VDI and VPS are very similar for those of you that are familiar with the technology. VPS is short for Virtual Private Server. It's a technology that's been utilized for quite some time now in order for users to be able to access a remote computer and be able to run applications on it, run software that they normally cannot run over the web. So by connecting this way, they can have desktop-based applications inside there accessible through the web. So effectively, that's what VPS is and does. There are a lot of shortcomings. I mean, technology has moved quite a bit since the invention of VPS, since the adoption of it. There are some setbacks at VPS and technology hurdles that have been overcome in order to create this Red Paladin Forex VDI technology. So basically, I'd like to first go over what those differences are for VPS and VDI. So essentially, VPS currently is used to be able to run MetaTrader or any other trading app by Forex users so that they can run 24/7. They can host DAs, which will automatically trade, trading signals, things like that, specifically for MT4 and now MT5. By putting it on a VPS server, they can ensure that they have uptime. They can ensure, traders can ensure that that their trades get executed quickly and geographically close to what we hope to, connect to, namely the trading servers. All right, so the main technology advantages that we want to go over here are for VDI over VPS is that the VPS has a server operating system. It's typically a Windows server operating system, which has many, many resources that are being used to process things that aren't necessary directly for trading. In a VDI, what we've done is we've taken that server operating system and eliminated it altogether. MT4, MT5, and many of the applications provided by traders, they were made for desktop-based applications or operating systems in your home. VPS is a virtual private server. It is not a desktop-based operating system, and therefore it's not optimized for MT4, MT5, and many of the other trading applications that brokers provide to allow all sorts of trading. So VDI then is a desktop-based operating system. It is Windows XP, Windows 7, typically things that you would have in your own home on your desktop. We then download MT4 on there, and the operating system itself is optimized to a point where all those background processes that we saw in a server-based operating system, typically VPS, they've all been basically shut down because they're not essential for trading. Now, basically what this does is it gives the environment, the VDI, a lot more room to use the finite amount of resources that are already there. So there's only so much CPU, there's only so much RAM, and there's only so much bandwidth available to be used by these trading applications. By removing things that are sucking up or using up resources in the background that are not essential to trading, what we've done is optimize the effectiveness and the performance of MT4 within the operating system itself. So we're able to assign more resources to the same trading applications by approaching the problem this way. Also, because we have a optimized system, we also have quite a bit of security controls. So this keeps, many times you have unintended or malicious software that can go down there, get downloaded onto your VDI or your VPS. By having a VDI, it's virtually impossible to download malware or viruses or things that will slow down your trading platform. So, for example, when you download an EA onto your VPS installation, you may not be knowing it, but you may be also downloading other viruses and malware inadvertently and they will in turn infect your VPS and cause your trading applications to run slow, cause trades not to execute, and generally cause performance lag in your VPS. Next thing I want to talk about is the variety of functionality that VDI offers, specifically Red Paladin Forex VDI offers. It offers fully functioning versions of trading software from all your major brokers, including MT4 and MT5, and they're hosted in a secure and redundant environment, which is optimized for trading, which I spoke about earlier. Now, you can customize your platform, your VDI platform, to add and remove any software that you'd like that's trading sensitive. So that includes FXCM's Trading Station, DealBook, TradeStation, NinjaTrader, MT4, MT5, all in the same interface, in the same environment, all trading together as if it was your home desktop or PC. Now, because we are broker neutral, you can upload any broker to your VDI, any broker that has desktop-based software. You can put it on your VDI. We'll put it on there for you, so you can access it from a single location. So whether that be your computer, your PC, your Mac, your Linux box, or your iPhone, iPad, whatever it is that you're using, our goal was to have the same interface and have it accessible from every device so that you can trade in one place with multiple accounts seamlessly. Now, of course, this is in a data center in multiple locations around the world, so uptime is a major concern of ours. We guarantee 99.5% uptime, and we can do that because of the technology that we're using. We have multiple redundancies and no single point of failure. The data center itself is a tier 3 data center and has multiple levels of backup. So security and the redundancy and the uptime are something that we take very seriously here. Another great feature or functionality aspect of the Red Paladin Forex VDI is your customization managed support. Now, many times traders simply want to trade. They're not interested in the technology behind what makes trading efficient and possible. So essentially what we have managed to do here is that we've allowed for our managed support team to be able to completely help and resolve any issues with your VDI-related issues, including software additions, installations, uninstallations, EA uploads should you require the help, customizations and tweaks to the platform itself, and performance tuning. Now, third-party application and testing and connectivity go all hand in hand with these customization manager support requests. So that's something that our team here, a qualified and well-trained team, will be able to handle for you so that you do not need to kind of manage it yourself. You can just kind of trade and not have to worry about the platform that this is trading on. Now, trade execution is another big point here. So traders want to be able to have faster trade execution. Trade executions typically are affected by reduced latency. So our servers, their geographic proximity to New York and London allows our users to choose where they would like their VDI provision. And this gives them geographic proximity to the traders in that, the trading servers in that region. So for example, if you choose a VDI in New York, all the New York trading servers will typically have under 10 milliseconds of latency. So trades will execute faster because of our geographic proximity to the New York trading servers, which is where most major brokers keep their servers in the United States. The next point I'd like to talk about is accessibility. You can access this technology was created fairly recently, so access was a major issue when we developed this technology. So access from many people have now iPads, iPhones, lots of tablet devices. There seems to be a new tablet device coming out every week. You know, from the Samsung Galaxy to the iPad to the Chromebook to iPhones. As these new devices keep coming out, you can rest assured that your device will be able to access this VDI and the environment in the same way that your PC connects. It'll be the same fully functioning versions of your software. They will not be applications that take away functionality. They will work exactly the same as if you were connected on your desktop. You'll be able to right-click, left-click, be able to use every single feature of MT4 as if you were connected from your home. Right? So that basically that goes over the general outline of what this VDI is, what Red Paladin's Forex VDI is, I'd like to stop for a second and take on any questions if there are any at this point. If there are no questions, I'll move forward into the demonstration portion so you can take a look at how the VDI works, the VDI itself looks and works. Yeah, the Jeff just asked a question, does the VDI work with all Apple products? In fact, it does work with all Mac products, iPhone, iPad, and it works the same way. There is actually a very neat customizable interface on the iPad and the iPhone that takes advantage of the small screen area so that the pointing is made and clicking is made a little bit easier with the small area that you have to work with. This is a full version of MT4. So basically, everything that you can do on your desktop, you will be able to do from any Mac product. Anything from your iPad, iPhone, they will work fully as they do on your desktop. It is not a trimmed down version of the app. It is something that the app that you would download connects to your VDI and will run a full-featured version of any software, not just MT4, but any software that is installed on that VDI will work exactly the same, fully functional, as if you were connecting from any computer or device. Now we have a question from Edward: are the VDI installed on a dedicated hardware or sliced as virtual machines? The VDIs are installed using VMware. They're installed in resource pools. So essentially what this means is that we dedicate the amount of RAM that we have. We have 30 machines per pool, and per resource pool we have 40 gigs. So typically in a resource pool that has 30 machines with 1 gig each, there's actually 10 extra gigabytes of RAM for that entire pool, as well as extra CPU in that resource pool to allow for anything that may max out. We don't keep it capped at the exact amount. We actually allow for extra resources to be available in each pool, so that even if traders are maxing out their EAs and their performance on their VDI, it will not. They'll be able to use unused resources from a common pool, in addition to what they already have dedicated. So that is a big difference between VPS and VDI. Whereas in VPS, they're just slices, as Edward noted. They're just slices of a virtual machine, of virtual machines. VDIs are desktop-based operating systems, and they are not just partitions on a server. They actually are in high availability mode. They go from server to server. They exist in a battery of servers. Right? If there's no other questions, I will move on to the demonstration portion of this presentation. Right? Typically, the way to connect to your VDI, depending on whether it's on Mac or PC or iPad or iPhone. Oh, Cookie had a question. Why is it called Red? The name of the company is Red Paladin. I'm sorry. The name of the company is Red Paladin. That's who's offering it. We are Red Paladin. We are offering a Forex VDI. Right? So, right? So here I have you can use Internet Explorer here, which I can use. Basically what happens here is if I go to our demo site, I can launch my view client. When that's launched, I can close this window, and I have FX Street, the demo. I can log in here using my username and password that's unique to only me. I can connect, and I have, as you can see, I have different options. I can use I can power off and power on the desktop, or I could simply connect. There's other options where I can also choose to have multi-monitor mode, which is something that's not available in VPS. If you're a trader, serious trader, you probably want multi-monitor support. You can have it in the window. I'm going to choose full screen so that you can see the full resolution. All right, so by being able to choose the resolution at which we connect, it allows built-in functionality for devices with different resolutions. Right? So here we see a previously running instance of an application that I had installed MT4. You can notice our broker neutrality here. In one environment, we have Alpari's, Alpari UK's MT4. We have Ava FX. We have Easy Forex, FinFX, FXCM, Hot Forex, CityFX, and Oanda all working in the same platform. All these accounts are configured as demo accounts, and what we can do is we can show that we can run all these things all at once in one place. So let me just get right to it. So scroll down, can't see here. Let me scroll down here. Can everybody see this, I guess? Can you see it now? Resize this window, you can see it's on my desktop. Okay. So as you can see, this is a window operating on my desktop. In this window, no matter where you connect from, it'll look the same. Right? You can see all your platforms here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Right? And then what we can see is that we have all these platforms. Again, I'll go over them. If you couldn't see them before, it's Alpari UK, Ava, Easy Forex, FinFX, FXCM, Hot Forex. These are all MT4s. So I'm going to start the Alpari UK MT4, which I'm going to maximize now. You can see it's a fully functioning version of MT4. If I right-click, I can see all the options available in MT4. If I wanted to place a new order, for example, I can, I'll just arbitrarily place this order, right? So you can see it works just as it would if you were actually running it from your desktop, which you are not here. I want to clarify that again. This is just a window to a VDI. This is not the desktop itself. Right? So by doing this, I can minimize this window. I can see that in the background here, I have several other brokers running. I can run this other one right here. Here's Ava, I believe Ava MetaTrader. So if I were to log in, I would log in simply over here. I can keep going. I can launch Easy Forex and so on and so forth. Now, typically one question that you can see Easy Forex running right here. So I can minimize and maximize all of these things, close them at will, and they're all here available to me on my VDI. All right. So one typical question that we get is, now this is completely locked down. You cannot upload or download or install any malware or anything that may hamper the security or performance of this VDI. So then the question gets raised: how do you then add files to this? So a simple way to do it is we have a file transfer application. It's a secure file transfer app that allows you to choose. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so many platforms running here. I have the option of choosing which platform I want. I'll choose, our Alpari platform, which is right here, so you can find it right here. If I hit next, I can choose what type of file I want to upload. I can choose Expert Advisors. Here's an icon for that. If I hit next, this is now my local C drive on my physical computer. You can see back here, I'm going into my desktop. The VDI is actually looking into my desktop to scan my local C drive to find out which files I want to upload. So if I go into my experts folder, I can see that I have some experts here, and I can choose to upload them directly to the VDI. And if I take a look at the candle trader one here, or the Heiken Ashi oscillator, I can upload it, and you can see that there's a success message that this has been uploaded to our Alpari as a expert. All right, so if I exit out of this and open up Alpari again, and if I take a look at the experts here, we'll be able to see that we have the expert that I just uploaded directly to this particular platform. Now, I realize that some of the newer experts, they require DLL files and more advanced installation. We do have a mechanism for that. They go through our test site, and they are typically installed by our customer service agents and engineers. It typically takes about a half an hour once you provide the file. So in that sense, our customer support and managed services, we will do all the work for you. You don't have to worry about troubleshooting your VDI. You don't have to worry about performance. You don't have to worry about installing anything on there. We will install and take care of pretty much everything on here for you when it comes to technical support related issues. Right? So does anybody have any additional questions on the the VDI itself. Okay, if there's no more questions, okay. Edward has a question. Could you explain how alerts will be used within a VDI environment? Is there any maintenance time during the day? No, there is no maintenance time during the day. All maintenance happens during the weekend off hours. If there is any maintenance, typically we alert users via email to let them know that their VDI will be restarted during the off hours of trading off hours during the weekend, and they will have typically a week to 2 weeks notice before maintenance happens. We typically have maintenance about once a month. Sometimes it's a little bit less than that. It might be once every 2 months. Because there's not much maintenance required with our infrastructure where we cannot leave these VDIs running. Because this is a VDI, we can transfer them from our environment to other environments, different servers, and keep them running while they are being transferred. Because we can do this, we can minimize downtime for users even on the weekends. The speed of execution, Jeff has a good question. The speed of execution from your mobile device is not dependent on the connection speed of your mobile device. Now, this VDI is running in a data center with, for all practical purposes, unlimited bandwidth. It doesn't have a cap to the bandwidth that it allows. So the connection between the mobile platform, your phone or your iPad, to this VDI is only that. The VDI itself will be executing the trades. The VDI itself is executing the trades, but however, it's not happening from the mobile platform itself. All right, so Gonzalo had a question. At 9:30 a.m., the platform was down for a few minutes, but that's not happening anymore. If there are performance issues or something that happens, typically a reset of the desktop itself, which I showed before, and that'll take care of any issues. 90% of the time, a simple reset of the desktop itself will take care of that, and that takes less than 30 seconds. So Boyke has a question on ordinary MT4. Does computer have to be on 24/7 for trades in order to be valid? Not for manual trading, but it does. Oh, thank you, Gonzalo. To answer Boyke's question, with ordinary MT4, does the computer have to be on 24/7 for trades in order to be valid? The answer to that is that I think that the MT4, in order to process, to run experts, it does have to be on 24/7. While you're trading, the computer does have to be on. If you want to, do anything like signals or advanced trading, if you want to do expert advisors, have them run automatically, of course the computer will have to be on. So in this scenario, your computer does not have to be on because the VDI will be running 24/7. So if you were to use a VDI, your computer can remain off and the VDI will continue to run no matter what, because your VDI is only, it's running in the background and you are only connecting through your computer or your mobile device or your iPad or your iPhone or your Google Droid device. The VDI is always running in the background, and you don't have to have your computer running to make that work. Yes, you can run that on a Samsung Galaxy Android device. It works on all Android devices. It works on all iOS, iPhone browsers. It works on IE. So if you have IE for Mac, you can work on that. We really aim to keep this platform device independent. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Good. There's several apps for Android. There's the Wise Pocket Cloud. There's a professional version that you can use that is the only one that we recommend. There is other applications that are out there, but they don't take advantage of the VMware-based technology. Wise is the only one that takes advantage of that VMware-based technology, and makes the interface and acknowledges that the interface is a smaller device. It's not a simple RDP connection like many other apps do. Since this is a smaller screen that you're going to be looking at it from, the WISE application actually acknowledges that it's a smaller screen, whether it be an iPad or an iPhone or whatever device that you're using. It does make a difference on how the user interface will look. So, for example, if you have a small iPhone screen and your fingers are trying to navigate through a MP4 that's running on your VDI, there's actually a small pointer interface that is not covered by your finger, where you can right-click, left-click, without having to cover up the data that you are trying to access on the MP4 and the VDI itself. So acknowledging that the screen sizes are smaller, the WISE application has made quite a few advances in that user interface. The home PC, in reference to the VDI, the home PC does not need to be running at all if your VDI is running. All right, so Boyke is talking about the cost. The cost associated with this is a monthly cost, depending on the speed of your VDI. I'm going to get to this later. We actually have a free trial set up for users that are interested. That'll be lasting for 1 month, thanks to the good people at FX Street. They're promoting it on their website. So if you click the Order Now button under Red Paladin, which I can send a link at the end of this presentation, you can access it and try it out for free for 1 month with no obligation. The costs after 1 month are dependent on the type of VDI that you're choosing, anywhere from $39 per month to $54 per month. And that will be after the first month, after a free trial. And so if we go here to FX Street, fxstreet.com, back on my desktop here, I can go into my browser, take a look at fxstreet.com. If we go to Services and go to Continue to FX Street, we can go to Forex Software and choose Red Paladin Inc. This gives for the WISE Pocket Cloud, you don't need for the WISE Pocket Cloud, it doesn't belong on the desktop. The WISE Pocket Cloud is only on your mobile device. It's an application that's used only for your mobile devices. For the desktop itself, you can use Internet Explorer to access it, which will be running what's called the VMware client on your PC or Mac. Right? As I was pointing out before, we are offering it for free right now to users of FX Street, and you can see here that if you go through the FX Street site, your credit card will not be charged. There's a promotion that FX Street was kind enough to work with us on, and it's for 30 days. There's absolutely no obligation whatsoever. So the difference is that you have a 2 gigabyte versus 1 gigabyte of RAM, and the big difference in performance that we found, which is not the amount of CPU or RAM that makes an actual difference in trading across all of our 3,000 users, is that the type of hard drive that is used is what actually makes the biggest difference in trading. So this is a much faster hard drive in the high performance offering. So Boyke, if you can expand on your point a little bit, how long has it been active? Our company, this VDI product, has been active for about, I'd say about 1 year now. It's being offered in many places currently. You can access it through our website, through FX Street's website. It can run indefinitely, although we do recommend that at least once every 2 months that you do reboot your machine, and once every 2 months if you do not do it. If you do have high performance, our system automatically emails you to let you know that your VDI is is shooting out alerts that you're had high performance alerts. Very directly emailed to you. So if your VDI has not been performing, or it's maxing out on for whatever reason, there are alerts that are sent to you to let you know to either reset it or take a look at what's running and make some modifications. Typically, those alerts we get, out of so many customers, we don't get them very often, but there is a fail-safe in place just in case, to ensure that trading is not affected by your by technology. No, this is not only for MT4 users. You can actually download other applications on there. They have to be a custom request. So, for example, if you over here we only have MT4 licenses, but after you sign up, if you ask support to install, for example, TradeStation or something like Thinkorswim from Ameritrade, we'll be happy to put that on for you as well in the same area as your environment. So here you can put really any trading application that's desktop based. It's not just for MT4. You can put anything from, there's TradeNC, there's so many different applications that you can use. A TradeStation Dealbook, NinjaTrader is another one. These are all, they will all work here on your VDI. And it's just a matter of requesting that our support install it, and they have a pretty expansive library of software that they can install, that they install very often. And we would be happy to install any other software for you that's related to trading. Right? So if there's any other questions, I'd like to open the floor up. If anybody has any other specific questions for technology or integration, feel free to ask them now. If there are no more questions, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. I really appreciate the time, and please keep in mind that this free trial is available through FX Street's website, and it's a 30-day free trial, and it will be available for the next 30 days. Right? Thank you, Mark. So if you have any questions, you can email me directly at the address I'm about to type in at kmajmudar@redpaladin.com. All right, that's KMAJMUDAR@redpaladin.com. Maud, if you could put that into the chat, that would be very helpful. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Take care.